Welcome back to Range Anxiety TV, and today we're talking Robotaxis. Not the thing that you watched on October 10, which was a beautiful, slick production at Warner Brothers by Tesla. It was beautiful, looked great, had robots dancing, all of that sort of stuff, but it was a bit light on the detail. So I've been talking to some people I know that do know, and I'm here today to bring you the detail. But let's first have a look at the latest update to all of this today from the company themselves. Right, you've seen that. That is slick. That is impressive. An integrated vehicle with app control that adjusts itself to your positions and climate settings that you select, or if you have a Tesla, to the ones that are in your account, your profile already. Super, super slick. Takes animals too by the look of it, which is great. So you can actually pick up your dog from somewhere and theoretically, and drive it to you without having anyone else in the car. That'll be pretty crazy watching cars go down the street driven by a Labrador, or God help us, a Westie, or two. I have them. So what is the Robotaxi when you look at it? For a start, people are going, this is going to be a flop. It's an autonomous vehicle. It has no steering wheel or pedals, as we know. You can see the interior up there. And it's designed to just work as an urban run around. It uses vision-based full self-driving, so it won't be like a Waymo where you need specific LiDAR sensors and cameras and so forth. People are saying it won't work because it's only a two-seater. Well, 86.7% of all passenger rides in the US from hailing services and cabs and what have you are two people. So I think it'll work particularly well. And if there's four people, you hail on the app two Robotaxis. You get it? Now, I'll make mistakes during this. I'll call it Robotaxi, Cybercab, Cybertaxi. Seems like Tesla haven't made up their mind yet. But let's have a look at what makes this thing so special. One, it's going to be super cheap. Elon's saying 25K US. So it'll be 10K cheaper than a Model 3. So here, if it ever gets regulatory approval, it'll be 40K. How do they do that? They do that because they're going to be able to make these things super fast using what's called the unboxed manufacturing process, which I should have a picture of there. That means the vehicle is made out of a front casting, a rear casting, they're fully assembled, the pack's assembled separately, and then they bring the whole lot together, clip it all together, stuff the panels over the top, boom. It's a little bit more complex than that, but it'll be like nothing else ever seen in terms of its manufacturing process, the unboxed process. How is that going to work with the components that are in it? So let's talk about what we know. I believe it's got a Model 3 permanent magnet rear engine in it. It'll be hairpin design, so it'll be the latest spec. So it'll be very, very efficient, very economical. I would say it's only going to have, due to the size of it, a 35 kilowatt hour to 40 kilowatt hour LFP, lithium phosphate battery pack in it. It has a space frame sort of construction that goes over the top of the castings and battery, and it has composite panels. So it's not a stainless steel behemoth like the Cybertruck. It is a composite thing for lightweight, ease of repair, cheap to produce, and I think it looks pretty slick. Like, it looks much slicker than a Waymo, for example. And for all of you that were disappointed, saying, that's great, they've, got this thing being built in 26, this Cybercab Robotaxi thing, What a shame they didn't release the Model 2 that they've been talking about for 2 years at the same time. Let me give you a hint. You're looking at the Model 2. The Model 2 will be that thing with a steering wheel and pedals. Which then may be able to be disconnected to make it your own Robotaxi as well. So who knows there, but I'm telling you right now, that unboxed process and that body design and those castings will be the Model 2. No two ways about it. How do you charge it? Well, it doesn't have a charge port. You can't plug it in. So even that's rattling around thinking about that. It actually uses inductive charging. Have a look at the video. It reverses back over a pad, inductive charge pad, and charges through the floor. Now people are saying that's so inefficient, it's so slow. No. Tesla themselves are claiming 93% efficiency on charging this thing, which is unheard of in inductive charging design. So that's going to be something really, really exciting, I think, and very cool because it drives itself into its parking lot wherever its owner commands it to be and charges itself. No one there to plug it in, no charging handles to snap off or vandalise or whatever. Inductive charging, it is the way of the future, and having no charge port, it's simply not going to work any other way. The future obviously is autonomy, and that one of the big things that people missed was at the Cybercab event, there were 20 of these Cybercab Robotaxis built, the gold things, the Model 2. They were there running people around, but there was another 30 Model 3s and Model Ys there that were doing exactly the same thing. They can drive by themselves without anyone in the front seat. They were showing it off there at Warner Brothers, right? So the promise that was made years ago of being able to turn your Model 3 or Model Y into a Robotaxi will probably come true. Why don't they just use Model 3s and Model Ys to do this? Because they're more expensive to produce. They'll be a bit harder to identify if you're using the app, maybe. Not as cool. And of course, it's not a Model 2. So, if there was going to be no Model 2, there would have been no specific Robotaxi. They just would have used to cut down 3. You getting what I'm saying here? It's a really exciting future we're going into here, and Tesla have put all their eggs in the autonomy basket. Having a look at the sort of cars that are coming out of China now, software is going to be what wins or loses this whole battle. And I think Tesla have got a very big edge here, and they want to keep investing in that edge. And fully autonomous ride hailing, you wouldn't want to be Uber, let me tell you that. And if you were Uber, you'd want to start making an investment in these things as soon as you possibly could. So feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Not that I ever am, apart from about 50% of the time. And drop some comments below. But look, that's my take on it all. Thank you once more for watching Range Anxiety.